Renato Ascoli, who's the CEO of North America for IGT for gaming, lottery, and digital, which covers a lot of territory. Renato, it's been a busy year for IGT. Can you just bring us up to date on what you've accomplished and what you see for the coming year?
First of all, thank you for having me. As I usually say to my friends, it wouldn't be a G2E without you here, without me standing before you. I believe that we are approaching G2E this year in a very good shape, and this is because of a number of good things that happened since we last met a year ago. To make it simple, I believe that IGT has much more solid basics today. I believe that the premium Wheel of Fortune lineup is the best that I've ever seen over the last 5 years. I believe that the core space is enjoying great momentum, and I think you can testify through your researches that some of the recently released content are doing very well in the market. So that's one solid foundation. What we call the specialties have begun to pay dividends. So to make an example, Washington, as you know, Washington State is a market on its own with its own, let's say, nuances and peculiarities. We successfully launched Triple Fortune Dragon there. We have a huge success, so this is going very well. We finally launched a new bingo solution for Ontario in Canada, and we are off to a very good start there. Potentially other provinces will be looking at that as an opportunity, and ETGs also, a little entry for IGT in this market, but we are successfully delivering new games. We are providing side bets as a novelty, and I believe customers are pleased by the array of solutions that we provide. And finally, sports betting. A year ago, we are here considering whether IGT could be in the condition to do something for our customers in North America, and I'm pleased to say that after 17 months from the PASPA repeal, we are serving 34 customers in 10 states. So we are making good progress almost everywhere.
You have been busy.
Quite.
Talking about sports betting, there's even now, 17 months later, there's still a tremendous amount of excitement over the potential. Yeah. And one of the things that we talk about is the potential for in-game mobile betting and the accompanying move in many markets to legalize online gaming as part of legalizing sports betting. How do you see that playing out, and how significant a business will that be for IGT?
Well, I can share some of the European experience that I'm bringing and taking there from Italian, from UK markets mostly. In-game betting can be a big boost for sports betting in general. It is very popular almost everywhere, and the opportunity to watch a game and place a bet also adds additional flavor to that. Our customers should be aware of the fact that the profitability of that specific game is not as exciting as other kind of bets, but still is a way not only to grow the business, but to grow customer base. So players are attracted by that. So we see this as a major opportunity for the North American market, and the way we are approaching that opportunity is twofold. One, of course, you know that already, I guess, we are offering let's say, opportunity to bet with your mobile phone, which is very easy. But we also identified an additional opportunity, which is the what we call the sports betting terminal. If you see a normal, let's say, sports betting arena in a casino, you see a lot of furniture there, right? Many seats and many little kiosks where people sit, consult their papers, and finally get up and queue up at the counter to place a bet. We are offering now a solution where you can sit in that comfortable space, you can watch the game you like on your personal screen, but in addition to that, you can place your bet, even on the game you're watching. So we are offering convenience in a way. So for both, let's say, more educated mobile users, but also for people that simply want to enjoy the game and they just can place a bet with a click on the screen.
Great. Talking about changing in technology, which technology changes more rapidly every day than the day before. And we see things like cashless gaming as in the future. We had just had Bill Miller here from CEO of the American Gaming Association, and he is very excited about the topic of cashless gaming, and we know that IGT has a cashless product. We talk about things like biometrics, whether that's identifying a player or whether it's identifying somebody walking through an airport. We've not used the term artificial intelligence in the terms of the gaming industry that I can recall, but that's obviously a hot topic generally. How does international gaming technology see these technological changes happening?
Well, we are, of course, very keen on those, and we like to innovate. Some of the colleagues I'm working with like to say we want to revolutionize the player experience, which is fine. I have a more, let's say, cautious approach to technology in the sense that I love technology, but I love technology when it matters to players. So all the things that we're doing with the cardless, cashless, resort wallet solution, they're all about convenience for the player. If you put themselves in a situation where they can easily card in, card out, and be recognized as a frequent player, this is all fine, and technology can help. We have also studied some biometric solutions in order to prevent underage wagering. So we have solution in Italy, and we are studying some other opportunities in Europe where in location called VLT locations, so small casinos, a biometric check made by cameras can actually identify your sex, your gender, and even your age, and it works based on my personal experience. And that's a good way to utilize that's a solution that was invented in Israel, actually. But this is working very well, and we are beginning to consider offering that to other customers in North America too. So there are many other identification solutions, like on your app, that we are not thinking or developing by ourselves. But we want to connect to those in order to create the experience in a casino as smooth as we believe it should be in a Starbucks, in a normal retail condition when you're using your mobile phone to both pay for what you get in return, and also to receive notification, information about vendors who are approaching you in a smarter way.
IGT is a complex company. There was a time some years ago when it was slot machines. That was pretty easy to understand. Now you've got a whole variety of gaming products. You've got the lottery, you've got the systems business, you've got these emerging forms of gaming. How do you see IGT evolving? If we came back 2 or 3 years from now, how will it look?
I believe that you're right. We are different souls in our company, different people taking care of different businesses. There are a lot of discrepancy, there's a separation between pure gaming in a casino or lottery and to some extent digital. I believe the common denominator, though, is what I refer as the central systems, so the way we deal with players. And this is a way to see the market that cuts across each and every line of product that we deliver. 5 years from now, hard to say. I think that IGT is trying to position itself in a way that should be a partner for customers willing to grow in this market. Because I believe we can bring some experience from all over the world. And as we see here in North America, some markets are hugely developed, like gaming. Some others are still in the early stage, things of sports betting or even digital. Even in the more traditional lottery ecosystems, not all the games are being released or regulated. Think of Keno. Keno is a very popular game across the board, but there are still many jurisdictions that cannot use that game in their area. So I see still a lot of opportunity for growth almost across the board, and I think IGT could be a partner in selecting the best way through it.
Starting tomorrow, when G2E officially opens, we will be going out with camera crews, and we will be visiting various companies as they demonstrate the products that they're proudest of. It's a feature that we're very pleased to say IGT has sponsored and continues to sponsor, and it's also perhaps our most popular segment. I think we get more than 35,000 visitations a year to that,
right.
to those demos. When people come to the IGT exhibit this week, what are the one or two products that they absolutely must see?
So you're asking me about my pet projects?
Correct.
Right. So, okay, I would say this year there's one thing. Well, first of all, we are releasing today. I was just talking to the sales team a few minutes before. A game which is called Hexbreaker 3, which is the best ever test bank result we ever enjoyed. You're familiar with our process.
Right.
We test our games before launching them, and we have about 40 locations in North America when we test games in real life condition. This single product is the one that did the best score in the first month since the beginning of this experiment. So I would very much suggest you take a look at that. But my true pet project this year is a product called the Peak Bar Top. We spent a huge amount of time designing a new feature, a new bar top that will accommodate poker, but also other games like normal real games. And the fun fact about this solution is that we spent a number of focus groups, customer tests, player tests, to come to a potentially final solution, and then we decided to run a final test with bartenders. And at that point in time, we discovered that there were some additional tweaks to be made. So I think this is the product that in my entire life, in my professional life, in the consumer market, I spend an enormous amount of time testing, and hopefully this will be a good welcome from our customers. But this is something really I personally spent a lot of time on.
I spend some time on bar tops too, but probably from the other perspective.
All right,
Yeah.
the good one, probably.
Renato, great overview. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Always good to see you.